The way that we consume music is changing, and I'm concerned about it. You see, before we could record music, the only way to actually listen to it was in person, which required a certain level of effort and dedication and wasn't even available to everybody. Then once we could record it, we would sit around together and listen to it on record players or francophones. Then we learned how to listen on the go, with the Walkman or listening to the radio. As music became digital, we started purchasing individual songs. Then streaming meant that we were adding songs to playlists and sharing those playlists with one another. Now we've gotten to TikTok, where a song just needs a catchy 5 to 7 second segment that everyone loves, but nobody actually knows the rest of the song, the album it came off, or the artist itself. This is my concern, that we've lost the art of the album. Because we're so focused on individual catchy songs, we've lost the structure and the format of the album that adds the context that makes those individual songs so meaningful in the first place. According to ChatGPT, a concept album is a type of album where the songs are unified by a particular theme, idea, or storyline. So basically, there's something woven in that connects all of the songs together, or it just has a major theme. If we go listen to a hit single off a concept album, that's great, but we're missing the bigger picture by not including the other tracks that surround it. Let me use film as an example to explain. Lots of albums aren't concept albums, and they don't have that interwoven theme going through them. A movie like that would be Grown Ups 2. There is no plot line, there's just jokes along the way. Then there are other films, which are the majority of them, that have this character arc, that they have a hero's journey or another element to it that make it all fit together. I have certain movies that I love an individual scene from it. For example, the dancing scene in Pulp Fiction, the confrontation at the end of Crazy Stupid Love, and of course Robin Williams' monologue in Good Will Hunting. If you go back to a movie like this and you watch one of those scenes, it's great to watch it, but doesn't it only matter because of the rest of the movie, just because of how it builds up to that incredible scene? Don't you hate it when your friend has seen just the funniest moments of a movie from like a clip on Instagram? Look, I am equally guilty of that too, but isn't it sad that our attention spans are so limited that we're not able to appreciate full movies like we did? We just want clips of it? Well, to me, it's the same thing with albums. It just happened way sooner than it did with movies. I loved a few albums in my early years, but then I started this project a few years ago called The Artist Project, where I would listen to an entire artist's album discography, and I learned 3 major things. First, listening to an album gives you a better understanding of the artist because you understand where they were at when they were making the music and coming up with the album. Second, there are hidden gems in albums you would never listen to otherwise, and you find these deep tracks that you love that you never would have heard on the radio or on your friend's playlist. And finally, when you listen to a concept album, you're listening to it how it was meant to be heard. That's how the artist made it. That's how it was supposed to be delivered. But this begs the question, what is the point of listening to music? The question is literally so hard, and there are a million ways that you could answer it, but let me take a crack at it for what it means to me.
Music speaks to my emotions. Music for feel-good days, music for feel-down days. Music for when you're moving through life so fast and so free you can't help but say it feels like a movie. There is music for every occasion and every time and every place. This is why I love discovering new music.
All that being said, 3 concept albums that I would personally recommend that I love are Abbey Road by the Beatles, Forever Ago by Bon Iver, and The Wall by Pink Floyd. Look, you don't have to listen to what I'm saying, but if you're not doing so already, I would highly recommend listening to music by album. I've got my recommendations, and for those of you who have your own recommendations, please comment them below so we can all share these amongst each other. If you've made it this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to hear more talk about this kind of stuff. I think it's fascinating, and I kind of want to build a community around it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.